Hello there guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm the Rogue Witcher. Thank you for joining me. In today's video we are doing another From Predictions and Theories video. Very excited to bring you 3 more predictions and 3 more theories and discuss all things From. Really excited for the second half of the season. I think we started quite strong. A little, I'm not going to say downward trajectory, maybe a slight lull, and then back with a great episode last time out. So really excited. I really am looking forward to these predictions and theories, and I'm loving, more importantly, to hear what you guys think. Just before we get into the video though guys, if we can like the video, it just helps it grow and helps me grow. If you've got any hypes left, want to hype the video, I'd really appreciate it. No more waffling though. Let's get into some theories and predictions. Right then, theory number 1, and this one is a bit out there. Julie is going to see Victor's sister die. Now, it really has irked me since Victor's dad turned up that he mentioned when he did the grave for his sister Eloise that it's what he thought was her because there wasn't enough of her, unfortunately, to bury. So I really think when Julie is going to go story walking, I believe she's going to see this. Why do I think this? Well, this is why. You've got to realise that we're building up to what, you know, basically is going to be like the massacre, like what happened in the last cycle. So she will probably see the events of the last cycle and the massacre as maybe a way to try and prevent it from happening this time and to learn, right? I reckon she will see what happens to Victor's sister and how it all played out, and maybe there is something it shows that maybe she didn't die terribly, or that there was nothing Victor could do, and she can bring Victor some peace with that. Maybe I just feel like she's going to see, because I don't like the fact that he thinks that's what happened to her because he finds some pieces he doesn't know. So I think they wouldn't have said that specifically unless something was going to get resolved with that, because think about it, it could have been just super easy to say, yeah, that's Eloise's grave, that's where I found her. But no, yeah, they could just be saying, oh, we found bits of her, because, you know, how shocking that is. But, I mean, we don't really need to, we know things are shocking. I mean, he found the man in yellow eating his mum. There's nothing more shocking than that. So, that's my first theory. Theory number 2, Martin is the man in yellow. I rewatched it, guys, again, and I can't help but shake the feeling Martin is super important. Now, if he's not the man in yellow, then he's super important somehow else. But I don't see how he's not the man in yellow. Right, he's chained to the wall one moment, right? He somehow knows what Boyd's wife said to him, because he tells him. When Julie shows up, he says Julie. He recognises her. Now, he doesn't look like any character from the town. So, there's no way he could know. I don't think it's from the future, because it was a story walk, so it has to be in the past. Fair enough. Maybe you could have explained him knowing Julie because of story walking. You can't explain how he knows what Boyd's wife said to him unless it is just pure mind games, because also when they turned around, he was no longer chained to the wall. No, for me, I reckon he's the man in yellow and he was just playing games. He knew Julie was going to story walk because of, obviously, he finds out, and so he makes sure he's there on a certain time. The Boyd thing, I think it's just a mess with Boyd, and, you know, he wanted to infect him, give him false hope with dealing with Smiley and to just try and derail him. I think it's the man in yellow playing mind games. If it isn't, then Martin's character is even more interesting, because it's like, who is he and what does he know? Because that's super important. But I'm going for a reveal that he is the man in yellow. Theory number 3, I alluded to it in my last video. I think they're trying to tell something. The spider is the big powerful entity. I think the spider is going to turn out to be hugely important. Whether he's the big bad and the man in yellow works for him and the spider is just a big bad entity, or if it's the spider is a very powerful creature and it's guarding the secrets to how we get out, I don't know. But I'm going to go with it's the entity. The subtle, you know, subliminal messaging that we've been getting from the spider from the start. Ethan mentions the spider in the very first episode in his dream. Victor has drawn spiders. Jade, when he drinks the blood, you see all the little spiders. Boyd is dragged with Sarah, comes out to the spider's nest, okay? Spider, spider, spider. We hear a big thing roaming round outside of the settlement. We know it's not the scarecrows because they turned up after. What if it's the spider? I feel like the spider is super important, and I reckon it's guarding something. I reckon maybe it's an interdimensional thing and it can't exist in human form, and therefore maybe it's somehow, I don't know, has empowered the man in yellow to act as his like sergeant, his chief in power. That could be it. Whatever it is with the spider, it's clear that he's super important, because why else would they keep dripping us the little spider stuff? It makes no sense for me. Okay, otherwise the spider has to be important, and I'm going to go with that the spider is actually the big bad. Pennywise in It Welcome Story turns into a giant spider. There's a lot of things with spiders and what they represent. You know, Stranger Things, Vecna had an affinity for spiders. Spiders are important. That's what I'm saying. Prediction number 2. In the next episode, either Victor's dad or Donna is going to die. Now, if you've watched the trailer for the next week's episode, then you know what I'm talking about. It looks like that someone is going to perish. Okay, maybe not, but there's a scene where Boyd's trying to resuscitate someone, and it looks like it's not working. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that someone doesn't make it. The question is who? We also see in the trailer that Victor is standing on top of the roof. Does his dad die? Does he crumble? But the problem is, at the end of that, Boyd speaks to him and he seems all right. Would he be all right if his dad died? No. But he's not really known his dad for years, so maybe he could just come to terms with it and maybe think that it's better because he's struggling with all the truth of what's been going on. Is he better because... No, see, I think Tabitha tells him. I think Tabitha tells Victor's dad the truth, and he has a heart attack and he dies. That's what I think it is. Victor goes to the roof. He's maybe depressed, going to end it all. But then, you know, this also means that Tabitha is your mum that you lost. So maybe that's enough for a reason for him not to break down and be okay. I don't know, because I can't accept that it's Donna. I can't have her go out like that. One, I don't want her to go out at all. But don't go out like that. You know, like in Colony House, like in the day, like having a heart attack or something. No, that'd be terrible. That would really suck. I'd be really upset if that's how they do Donna. I just can't. Don't kill off Donna. Don't do it. Don't do it, From. Okay? I'm being serious now. Don't do it. It's Victor's dad or Donna. You watch. It's going to be neither. But I think it's one of those two. And I'm sticking it out there. I've made my prediction and I'm going to go with Victor's dad. There you go. Final answer. Lock that in. We'll find out. My other prediction, again in the trailer, the phone rings in Tabitha's house. It's going to be Jim. It's going to be Jim, and Jim is going to talk to her, and then she's going to realise that Ethan did see him and that the Lake of Tears is important, and she's going to remember something else about the Lake of Tears, and it's going to lead us further down the road on how we're going to solve this. You know, Jade's working on... I've said the caves is important. I've been saying it for ages. There's a reason they're down there and guarding it, okay? He's working on that. We also know we need the Lake of Tears, and that's where Tabitha and Ethan are going to come in. Jim's going to help them. He's going to tell us something. It's going to jog a memory. Boom. And then we're going to have the Lake of Tears being sorted and the cave setting up for the final season to go at this. That's prediction number 2. Prediction number 3 is that Sophia is going to get caught next episode. I don't know how, but I just feel like it can't continue. Acosta maybe finds something when she's digging through. Julie goes on a story walk and encounter. The problem is with that, he knows that she's story walking, and he chose to turn into Sophia. And will he turn into someone that he knows she might end up one day visiting and seeing, and him realising? Or does he know all the places that she's got to go to first somehow, because he knows the order that she has been story walking and knows he's got time to be her? Ooh, that's a cluster right up there. That's confusing. I don't know. Maybe she's just going to let slip. Maybe someone's going to see her touch someone and she's the reason someone perishes next episode. I don't know, but I feel like we're not getting enough man in yellow, and I feel like the Sophia thing has to run its course. So I'm going for a big episode 6. I know people are dying, phones are ringing. Boom, there it is. She's going to get caught next episode. Don't know how, don't know who by, but you've heard it here first. Right then guys, that is another predictions and theories video. I hope you liked it. If you did, do drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think of them. Give me yours. I've really enjoyed talking with you guys and debating and engaging. I'm having a blast. If you can on the way out, hit the like button. Just helps the video and channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Slowly making that progress. And if you've got any hypes left and want to help boost the video to get seen by new audiences and grow, I'd appreciate it. Right then guys, I'm not going to waffle on any longer. I've been the Rogue Witcher. Thank you for watching as always. I'll see you next time. Adios.